k. Okay? Because you're looking at the number line. Okay, so once again, we have a number line here. So we'll redraw the number line. We have k here. 1 is saying that x is less than or equal to k, which means x can go from here and backwards anywhere if we want to go. The other one is saying k plus 1 is here, and x can be from here and up and back. Okay? So which one covers more of the number line? X is less than or equal to k covers more of the number line, covers less of the number line, and therefore it is the more restrictive one. When you use a conjunction, you have to keep the more restrictive one. Yep.
So a k minus 1 would be the more restricted then, technically?
Yes, if I have a x is less than or equal to k minus 1, then that one will be the more restrictive one. Correct. Okay, so we'll continue with this, and I think after we're done with this, I will go ahead and
So if it uses up more of the number line,
it's more general. If it covers more of the number line, it is more general. If it covers less of the number line, it is more restrictive.
So we need the restrictive. We need less number.
When you use a conjunction, you want the more restrictive one. When you use a disjunction, you want the less restrictive one. Okay, I think we need to kind of backtrack a little bit because I think I know why we are. I know what I need to cover first before getting here. So I'll just put a big separator here, and then we'll talk about how many people are familiar with set theory. Okay, not a whole lot. Okay, so you guys don't talk about set theory in high school? Or is it just not, you just could not remember? No? Okay, let me think. Okay, analogies. That will work better. Okay. Okay, here is an analogy. Okay, so I'm going to use just regular English for this, but you guys will get the idea of what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, we'll say all boys are naughty. Okay, that's one statement. Okay, whether it is true or not doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just saying this is a statement. And another statement I want to state is all boys older than 15 are naughty. Okay? Boys never grow up to men. True. Right? So there are boys older than 15. Okay, so now, obviously, there's one is more restrictive than the other one, right? Which statement is more restrictive? Which statement applies to less people, fewer people? The second one, right? The second statement is saying all boys, okay, grammar, all boys older than 15 are naughty, and there are fewer boys older than 15 than there are boys. Or the second one cannot be more than the first one, right? Yet assuming a population has no one under the age of 15, then these two will be identical, right? Okay, so now, if you think about this statement, all boys are naughty, and all boys older than 15 are naughty. Okay, let's see if this analogy works out or not. Okay, in order for the conjunction to work, what do I need? I need both sides of the conjunction to be true for the entire statement to be true. Okay? So in this case, can I toss one away easily? Which one can I toss away? The first part, right? The first part I can toss away because the second part implies the first one. No?
No, it doesn't. The left side.
Because what if it's a 5-year-old boy? Then the
side
second
implies
one
the
won't
first one.
include it.
Well, because of the end.
Get rid of the end. So you'd have to get rid of the second one because in the first category you can have a 5-year-old boy that's naughty and an 18-year-old boy that's naughty. The 5-year-old boy won't be included in the second half of that statement.
Okay, I can see this is not working out. Okay, let's go back to numbers. Let's just go back to numbers. Okay. Okay, let's go back to numbers. Okay, when we go back to numbers, we can say x is greater. One statement is saying x is greater than 5. Greater than or equal to 5. The other statement is saying x is greater than or equal to, I don't know, 10. Okay? So these are two statements. Is it clear to you that one statement or one of these is including the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I say x is greater than or equal to 5 and x is greater than or equal to 10, what is that exactly saying? Are you sure? Now let's think about it, okay? Now, how come this is not true? Because I can find an x. Exactly. Because if anyone claims that this is right, I can find an x that will make one side true but the other side false. Is that making any sense? Because in this case, I can say x equals, what about 6? X equals 6. If x equals 6, this will be true, this will be false. True and false is going to be a false. What about the right-hand side? The right-hand side is going to be true. So that means this entire thing is not the same as this statement. They are not the same. Now, what if I change it so that maybe Tech was wrong, right? What if I change it so that I claim that, and say this is really just a long way of saying the same thing as this? Can anyone find a counter example such that you can make one side true but the other one false, the other side false? No, you cannot. Because when x is greater than or equal to 10, it is automatically greater than or equal to 5. But not the other way around. Okay? When you say x is greater than or equal to 5, it does not automatically mean that x is greater than or equal to 10. Okay? But which one is bigger? When you think about the numbers that are included of each statement, this one is bigger, and yet we got rid of it. Because when we are dealing with conjunction, we want to use the more restrictive one, but we only use that trick when one includes the other one entirely.
Do we say that x greater than or equal to 10 is true?
It's just a condition. It is not.
Get rid of the other one?
We say that x is greater than or equal to 10 implies that x is greater than or equal to 5. Okay, so I can see that there's a little bit more we need to talk about here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and talk about that. And this one is going to be interesting. I know this is going to be somewhat of a digression, but I think it will be beneficial because it is about logic and it will relate to programming. Okay, here's the digression. The digression is the use of the words or phrases. If, only if, and only if. Okay? How do we use the word if in regular English? How do we use the phrase only if in regular English? And when do we use if and only if in regular English? Okay? But there's actually a more, we'll just do it this way. So here I will have 3 examples, one using each one, and you will tell me whether I'm consistent with my instructions. So I would say if Luke is naughty, he has no we time. Okay? So if he did not behave during the week, he won't be playing the Wii system over the weekend. He won't have any video game time. Okay? That's my statement. So now I will give you scenarios. And you have to tell me whether I'm consistent with what I said here. Okay? So here, Luke is naughty. It's a condition. It can either be true or not. He's naughty during the week. Luke plays with the Wii system over the weekend. Either he does play or he allowed to play. Okay, so it doesn't mean that he has to play. Is allowed to play Wii. Okay. So this can either be true, or false. And when the first one is true, the second one can be true as well. But when the first one is true, the second one can be false. When the first one is false, the second one can be true. When the first one is false, the second one can also be false. Okay? In other words, I have just spelled out all 4 possible cases, comparing his behavior during the week as opposed to whether he is allowed to play with the Wii over the weekend. Okay? So I spelled out all 4 possible cases here. So the question is tag consistent with my words? In other words, did I punish him when I have to and not punish him when I should not be punishing him? So the first case is saying, yes, Luke was naughty during the week, and yes, he is not allowed. He is okay. Okay, I have to change that wording here. Okay, I have to reverse the polarities so that it uses the same polarity here. So Luke was naughty over the week during the week, and he was not allowed to play with the Wii game system over the weekend. Was I consistent with my words? Okay, that's good. So tag being consistent is good. Okay. The second one is he was naughty over the week, and yet he is playing with the Wii game system. I say, okay, I guess I'll let you slide this time. Was I consistent with my word? Was I being a good parent? No, bad tag, bad parenting. Okay, so, but these two is easy, right? The first 2 cases are fairly easy to figure out because I said, if you're naughty, you're not going to play with the Wii over the weekend. How about the last 2 cases? Luke was not naughty, and yet he was not allowed to play with the Wii system. Am I consistent?
No. Yeah.
Well, according to the logic system, I'm still consistent. Okay, I'll explain why later on. Okay, I will explain why. How about the last case? He is not naughty, and he played with the Wii system over the weekend. That's fine, right? Okay. So now we have a little bit of a problem because it seems like the third row is not right. Okay, Luke was not naughty during the week, and yet I still do not let him play with the Wii over the weekend. Why is that the case? Why am I still consistent with my words?
Might have done something else to not allow him to play Wii.
Exactly. Okay, because this statement, if Luke is naughty, he has no Wii time. What is it exactly saying? It is saying Luke being naughty is a sufficient condition to have Wii time revoked. Okay. Does it say that being naughty is the only reason why he can have the Wii time revoked? Nope. In other words, being whiny can be another reason to have Wii time revoked, right?